Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you all my Cardfight Vanguard Michu Glitter deck profile for November 2022. This is one of the new decks from the latest Lyrical Monasterio Summertime Memories booster set. It's actually the 6th glitter deck in line with all of the other Fire Regalia decks, focusing on being able to swap positions with your grade 1 unit that glitters with the grade 3 Vanguard and all the other lines as well. So you want to set it up and use the different orders that you have for Michu to activate her Cannonball ability, which allows you to boost up your other units you have on the field for some pretty big power numbers. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for the Rideline, our grade 0 is Afternoon Dance Lesson Michu. When this unit is rode upon, if you want second, draw a card. The standard starter ability. Our grade 1 is Happy Shopping Michu. As you can see, she has the glitter ability here, so glitter can activate with her as well with your grade 1 glitter unit, which is Shy Vocal Noko with this card. And also, when this unit is placed by riding from a grade 0 with Michu and its card name, search your deck for up to 1 all set up, put it into your order zone, and shuffle your deck. The all set up is the first order that helps to set up your Flower Cannonball order to then hit the power numbers, which we'll go over when we get to the orders. Our grade 2 is Sparkling Summer Michu. When it's placed by riding from a grade 1 with Michu and its card name, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card with Nokno in its card name or Cannonball card from among them, reveal it and put it into your hand. So you have options to search for the order with this card or to go for your glitter unit that works with the Vanguard Michu. And our grade 3 is First to Head Towards a Dream Michu. This is your go-to number, along with the 3 additional copies which will run in the main deck. Along with this card, it helps to set up the orders, which we have in the deck, and hit the power numbers. If you don't have the order, then you just have the standard Cannonball ability that she has. And on the Vanguard Circle, if you have all set up in your order zone, counterblast 1, draw a card, choose a card from your hand, and call it to rear or discard it. Setting up the grade 1 glitter unit is what you're meant to do with this card. And additionally, before we get to the other grade 3s, we'll go over some of the other orders. I run the 1 copy of All Set Up. It's really all you need since it's searched out with your grade 1 being able to add to your hand and then have it ready to go. Along with it, it also has the ability from your order zone. If you have a Vanguard with Michu in its card name, you rest this card, Soul Charge 1, choose up to 1 Cannonball from your hand and put it into your order zone. So the Cannonball ability has a Soul Blast just like your Michu grade 3 because it requires a Soul Blast 2 and basically rewrites the effect of Michu on your Vanguard Circle. Along with this order, we are also running 4 copies of Flower Cannonball. And basically, this is her launching her cannons that she has in her card art. You play it with a Counterblast of 1. When this unit is put into your order zone, draw a card. And from your order zone, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Michu in its card name, put this unit into your drop. Change all of your Vanguard's Cannonball abilities to when this unit attacks, Soul Blast 2. Choose 3 of your units and they get plus 10,000 till end of turn. So very, very useful because then you can boost up your grade 1, which will then swap positions with your Vanguard. That is the ability of the grade 1, which we'll get to in just a bit. Having that power along with the potential Persona Ride power means you have a pressured grade 1 attack after swapping positions. Moving on now to the grade 3s, running 3 additional copies of the First to Head Towards the Dream Michu, along with having glitter, and also the original Cannonball ability is when this unit attacks a Vanguard, you Soul Blast 2, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, retire it, and this unit gets plus 5,000 until end of battle. So the Cannonball definitely boosts that ability, with Flower Cannonball being an evolution of her already Cannonball skill, being able to hit for 10,000 power, along with giving it 2 additional rear guards also. That's the only other grade 3s we run. For the grade 2s, running 4 copies of Schedule Coordinating Reverie. On rear, when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if your order zone has all set up, this unit gets plus 5,000 till end of battle, making it a 15k hit. And when this unit attacks, you can Soul Blast 1, choose a Cannonball card from your drop zone, and put it into your order zone, resetting up the Cannonball order, and definitely makes it a 4 of, because it's just recycle power and an easy 15k to go up against your opponent. And for the other grade 2, I run 3 copies of I'm on Stage Renovea. If you have it all set up in your order zone, it gets plus 5 power and 5k shield. It's an 8k originally, grade 2, but still putting it with the 13k, which you should always have it all set up in your order zone, makes it a permanent 13k and 10k guard to intercept with. That is it for the grade 2s. Moving on to the grade 1s. Ideally, I do want to run 4 Shy Vocal Nokno, but sadly, I only have 2 at the moment. So I have a 2 large wheel that colors the Knight Pamira as a replacement, since it is a soul charge buildup into the deck. But like I said, 4 of this, since it is the glitter unit and very vital for the overall play in the deck. From the drop, when a card is put into your aura zone, if you do not have a unit with Nokno in its card name, you can Soul Blast 1, call this card to your back row center rear guard. So even if your opponent retires it, you should always have this option to call this card back onto the field. And with its glitter with Michu from the back row center rear guard, at the end of the battle, your Vanguard attacked. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, counter +1, discard a card from your hand, stand this unit and swap positions with your Vanguard with this card. And at the end of that turn, swap the positions of this card, swapped with it back. And the soul does not change. So whatever soul you had with Michu will remain with your Nokno. But this is basically just another attack. And swapping with your Vanguard after restanding means you can provide the boost with your Shy Vocal to your Michu Vanguard, then just attack again. That's the pressure I was talking about, being able to use your Cannonball to power up your Nokno, hitting for big numbers. It will only have 1 drive check, but more than times enough, that's plenty to go off of for sure. I also want to run 4 copies of Shudder Chance Ills. It's search power. With this card, when the attack this unit boosted hits a Vanguard, if your order zone has all set up, look at the top 5 cards of your deck and search up to 1 glitter or 1 set order from among them, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you revealed a card, you put this card back on the bottom of the deck. So you can search out your Cannonball or your Nokno once again to add and have the grade 1 to use for your setup on the following turn. And I also run 3 copies of Cooling Heart Yuka with this card on rear. If one of your other unit in the same column as this one is placed, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, that unit gets plus 5,000 power to end of turn. So it helps to boost your rear guard columns. And on rear, at the end of the battle, this unit boosted a rear guard. You can Soul Blast 1, choose one of the boosted rear guards, and return it to your hand. So making it so you can add that card back to your hand gives you a more guaranteed guard with cards like your Renovia, being able to still be 10k on the guard circle, and making it so your opponent won't try to retire this card, giving you and taking away from 5k shield that you can use. With the last of the grade 1s just being 4 of the Sentinel, which is Nocturne of Flickering Lambency, Judith. If you have the Blitz order, you can always put that in by just taking out 1 copy of Judith. It's just the standard go-to Sentinel, I would say the most readily available one with the newest set for Summertime Memories, but any Sentinel will do. It's not really a specific kind of deck that needs a specific type of unit. Moving on now to the trigger lineup, sticking with the 7 critical, 4 of the Precious Tune Edwidge for the additional soul boosting power and plus 2,000 to another unit on the field, and 3 copies of Grinning Dragon Scale Ills, just as one of the more readily available criticals from the set. And then for the draw, 4 copies of Transparent Snowy Night, Baritol, for the additional 5k shield that this card can provide. With our heals being 2 of the new Soft Light Pruel. I know it's a reprint, but still, in the latest set, 2 of each of the new, 2 of us Rhyme and 2 of us Flow. So 1 copy of each being the additional shield power, whether your opponent has an extra critical or restands for the unit that's attacking. And lastly, the Overtrigger, just playing the fantastic Fernail Katrina. And they all have the same card abilities. It just comes down to preference you want to run in the deck. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoy. It's a really awesome deck. Like I said, I'm a big fan of glitter to begin with. So the fact that we got one for Lyrical Monasterio is why I wanted to build this one as well. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira Qualia out.